Hey, this is David, RetroGamerJapan.com. Today I'm kind of nerding out over the Famicom motherboards. And I've got a fairly small sample size, maybe 20 or 30 Famicoms, but a few things kind of stand out when I'm taking them apart and trying to make them work. There's basically, what I've seen is two different types of motherboards. This is what we're looking at now, is the older, what I call the older one. And if you can see this, it says Nintendo 1984 HVC CPU, and then it's followed by a two-digit number. This is a 07, and I've seen 07, 08, and a few others that I can't remember. And this is the old one. One thing it's kind of weird is the way they've routed the on-off switch. It just kind of goes all the way around, and it's got a route around screws and everything. It's kind of weird. And again, I don't have a huge sample size, but I've noticed that in the older motherboards, the video part it tends to break a little bit more than the quote-unquote newer ones that I'll show you in just a second. But anyway, there's the old one, and usually it says, you know, Nintendo 1984 on the motherboard. Okay, this is actually a working one. Now I will show you what I call the newer motherboard. And notice how it's all kind of together. It's all one piece, as opposed to the older one, you know, which is held on by wiring right there. And this one has a much more elegant power. Look, it's just connected over here, and it's got a short cable. And you'll notice it says 1989 Nintendo HVC CPU GPM02, and I guess the GPM part is referring to the graphics module, which is a bit different. Now, you know, this is still RF, and it's the same exact layout as the old one, but again, it's together, it's a part of it, and it's you know, it tends to, in my, you know, brief sample size, this motherboard tends to work more reliably than the older one. Now that could just be because it's newer, but I'm not sure. And I'm going to pause the video for just a second. So here's the, I'll try to get a little close-up, HVC CPU GPM02. And these tend to work a little better. Also, you'll notice that it's got the metal around the little slot cavity there, and the old one just blue plastic. So I guess that, you know, it's a little stiffer, a little stronger. Now, if you want to know what you're getting into before you buy a Famicom, the newer ones have you can, without taking it apart, you can look on the bottom, and here's what the bottom looks like. It says VCI on the bottom. And what does that stand for? I don't know. Video something. If you know, leave a comment. We'll all be impressed. Anyway, so that's the newer ones. And again, when I get when I get a hold of a VCI Famicom, those tend to work. Again, small sample size. And then here's the old standard with the 84 motherboards, and this is just the, you know, the older one. I'll put them together there so you can see how they compare. I hope that's coming through. And also this says HC followed by a bunch of numbers, and this one's just H, which is the old one. So anyway, that's all I really wanted to show you guys today. I thought it was kind of interesting how they were two different motherboards. Let's see if I can get them together. Pull back a little bit. Well, no, camera's not letting me do that. I'm going to hold the camera. So there we go. Old, and then new. Anyway, if you have any questions, drop me a line. Love to hear from you. Leave a comment, subscribe, and please visit RetroGamerJapan.com. Love to see you at the website. Okay, thanks a lot.